Hello everyone, welcome to today's practice. My offering for you today is to really take the opportunity to go inward and to practice connecting with whatever emotions, sensations, anything that arises. I think we have a tendency I know we have a tendency that whenever things become difficult, whenever we enter a painful situation or we face some suffering, the tendency is to try to find pleasantness elsewhere. It's in all of us. And in contrast to that, when we can really sit with what we are feeling, when we can be in it, with it, even move through it, it allows us to not only help ourselves more fully and completely move through what we're feeling and even potentially heal some things. It also allows us to begin to understand that we are not alone in these feelings, in these sensations, in this suffering. I was listening to a podcast with Brene Brown, her new podcast. I think this is the third week maybe. And she said for us to be able to be empathetic with others, we need to practice having empathy for ourselves. So as we move today, I want you to try this, to try to be with yourself in a curiously kind and compassionate way, with whatever comes up. And if you find that you cannot connect curiously, kindly, compassionately, can you be curiously kind and compassionate with that, wherever you find yourself? Just practice being your own soft landing spot. And in this way, maybe eventually we can find ourselves being that spot for others. This being said, we're going to begin in an easy seat today. So if it feels more comfortable for you to use a bolster or some blankets, please bring them just under your seat. When you get settled, feel free to walk the sits bones back a bit or to wiggle the heels away from your bottom so that you're a little softer in your seat. As always, we're trying to be as upright out of our pelvic bowl as we can. So we can actually think of our pelvic bowl as the planter for our spine. So you might even rock forward, backward a bit and move nice and slow until you feel that you are as upright as you can be. Let your shoulders draw down your back and allow your chin to move in towards your throat. Again, we're letting the top of our eye, the brow, be a little bit lower than the top of our ear. You can softly gaze at the floor just ahead of you, or you are welcome to let your eyes drift closed if that feels comfortable. Place your hands mindfully if you have not, maybe even letting them come a little further back on the thighs to help support this upright spine. You decide if down, up, or one of each. And let's just start here, connecting with how we feel physically. Just notice any areas that maybe feel a little tight. Notice those areas that maybe feel more spacious today. And then when you feel ready, allow your awareness to move up to your heart space, your emotional center. How are you doing there today? Connect. Again, we're not judging this. We're observing. And whenever it serves you, carry your awareness up to your mental space. What are you finding there? How busy or how calm are you? We're using this check-in as an opportunity to know from where we are starting, as this opportunity to connect to how we are feeling, so that we might begin to move a little bit more toward balance. And if we can't really move toward balance, offering ourselves compassion around that as well. Next, bringing your awareness to your breath. Feeling the inhale draw in through your nostrils, down through the throat, and into your low lungs. Maybe even feel the belly expand outward. And on your exhale, feeling the navel draw back down to the spine, the breath carrying straight up through the throat and out the nasal passages. Continue to mindfully breathe. Just noticing the sensation. How does it feel around your breath today? And then maybe you even offer yourself the chance to balance your nervous system with how you breathe. So if you've been feeling down or depressed, allow a longer inhale. If you've been feeling anxious or agitated, a longer exhale. And if you've been feeling pretty balanced, you can allow the breath to be balanced on inhale and exhale. And as you watch your breath come in and leave your body, can you just touch on some stillness of mind? Teeth to part, relax your jaw, your throat. Taking just a few more rounds of breath here. Even maybe starting to be curious around your reason for coming to the mat today. How are you feeling, and how can you help yourself balance with your awareness through the practice? And if you would like, on your next exhale, you can bring your palms together and let your thumbs set at your heart, taking this opportunity to set your intention, your sankalpa, by stating it as if it's already occurred with an I am statement. Maybe even repeating it a few times so you can really be grounded into the sankalpa. When you feel ready, an exhale will bow your chin and blink open your eyes. Please release your hands. So we're going to begin today with, it's a lymphatic support exercise to help build your immunity. So there are lymph nodes that exist, you probably feel them when you get sick, right underneath the jawline here. They're just below your fascia, so they're pretty superficial. And we can do a little neck stretch that can actually elongate and help that area to, like a little massage into that area. So to do this, and I'll show you first, let's take our right hand in front and our left hand in back. This is not really about the twist, rather it's about finding this nice little gentle pulling right below your jaw into the neck a bit. So you're going to feel yourself grow tall on an inhale, shoulders down the back. And then on the exhale, your left shoulder is going to draw back as you gaze toward your right shoulder. Bring your chin into your throat. And then on your inhale, you'll lean the head back just a bit. You can think of right ear toward right shoulder. And then on your inhale, you'll bring your head back up. And on the exhale, you'll soften that little bit of twist. So we're going to do this 3 times on each side. We'll have a little forward fold in between sides. So if you haven't already placed your hands, right hand in front, left hand in back. Feel the shoulders slip down as you inhale, get tall. And And on your exhale, draw the left shoulder back as you look towards your right shoulder. Chin toward throat. And then gently on your next inhale, reach your right ear toward your right shoulder until you get that nice little pulling sensation below the left side of the jaw. Inhale, come back up to neutral. And exhale, soften the left shoulder, come back towards center. Shoulders down, next inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw left shoulder back as you bring your gaze toward right shoulder. Chin to throat. And then on the inhale, gently tip right ear toward right shoulder. Feel that gentle pulling underneath the left side of the jaw. Next inhale, bring the head up. And exhale, soften the left shoulder. One more here, you guys. Shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, left shoulder draws back as you turn toward the right shoulder, chin to throat. On your next inhale, tip the right ear to the right shoulder, just until you feel that little pull. Inhale, head up. Exhale, bring left arm back around. Glutes strong, navel in. You're going to do a gentle walk of your hands forward. Try to keep that little forward fold, shoulders down the back. Inhale, reaching your heart and the back of your neck long as your chin comes into your throat. What are you feeling where? This always gets me in the low back, the hips, the thighs. Can you stay with the sensation and invite a long exhale to help you release a little bit more? And notice, would it be a compassionate action to release any energy that you're holding in the throat, in your jaw, around your eyes? Would it be a compassionate action to deepen your breath, to lengthen your exhale? And on your next inhale, please walk your hands back and bring your torso up. We'll switch the legs if that feels okay for you. And we'll prepare for the second side with our lymphatic support. Left hand forward, right hand back. Shoulders down. Inhale, please lengthen. And on the exhale, draw the right shoulder back as you gaze towards your left shoulder, chin to throat. On the inhale, begin to reach left ear toward left shoulder until you start to feel that little pull right below the right jaw. On your next inhale, head up. And on the exhale, soften that little bit of a twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right shoulder back. Begin gazing toward left shoulder, chin to throat. Inhale, left shoulder to left ear, just until you feel that little pull below the jawline. Inhale, neutralize the head. And exhale, soften back to center. Last one here, yogis. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, right shoulder back. Gaze toward the left shoulder, chin to throat. Inhale, left ear toward left shoulder until you feel that little pull. Inhale, back up to neutral. And exhale, right hand comes around. Inhale, get nice and tall, preparing for your forward fold. Navel in. As you exhale, walk yourself forward. Again, we want to feel that little bit of a back bend. So shoulders down, extend through your heart, the back of the neck as your chin comes to the throat. Exhale, navel to spine, release as far down as feels good. And don't be surprised if there's a lot of difference between this side and the last. In general, we tend to carry more weight on the left side of the body because of the small intestine. So with that little more weight, it's a little tighter on that side. Can you meet yourself compassionately in that way? And on an inhale, yogis, please make your way back up. Whenever you feel ready, please make your way to all fours. We're preparing for some cat-cow here. Feel free to pad the knees if that's a benefit. Wrists below shoulders, wrist creases parallel to top edge of mat or the wall. Evenly spread your fingers. Again, rooting index finger and thumb down. Feel the inner elbows turn forward, building some strength in the arms, shoulders smooth down the back. On your next inhale, feel your belly lower. Feel the back ribs roll into the body and forward, lift your chin. And on an exhale, you're going to push the floor away. Feel your navel in, the back of your heart, separate your shoulder blades as you bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale, drop the navel down, belly down. Feel the back ribs roll toward the spine and forward, heart forward, lift the chin. On an exhale, push the floor away. Navel to spine, back of heart to sky, chin in toward chest. I invite you to continue moving as feels good to you. But again, we're really focusing on connecting inward and being with whatever sensation comes up. Of course, always being mindful. We don't want to push into the realm of pain at all. So if there's any sharp action, I want you to back off. But if it's dull and you can still breathe comfortably, you're right where you need to be. That balance of effort and ease. So this means you might pause in any of those areas that feel a little tight or sticky, offering love and compassion through full inhales, long exhales, and not judging. Remember, it's hard to develop, it's hard to grow when we're in this place of judgment, as it brings on shame, and it's impossible to be fruitful in that kind of atmosphere. So let it be observation, yogis. Remember, the true you, the authentic you, is the one that watches all of that thought chatter. One more round of cat-cow if it serves you. And after your next cat back, please return to a neutral spine. Preparing for our toe stand. Knees as wide as feels good to you today. Tuck your toes. And when you're ready, you can make your way back to stand on your knees. Or if it feels okay today, you'll come to sit on your heels. You can move between the two, but try to be wherever is, again, the most kind, the most compassionate for you. Feel the glutes engage, your navel to your spine, as upright in the spine as you can be, shoulders down. And then please extend the arms and turn the thumbs to the floor. We're going to take right arm under left, interlace your fingers, and bring your hands in towards your heart. With the shoulders drawing down and the collarbones wide, can you feel the palms gently press together and your fingers softly grip? You're more than welcome to stay right here, or chin parallel toward the floor. You're going to start looking to the right. Nice little stretch on the left side of the neck. What's your breath like here? Long exhales helping you release. On your next inhale, making your way back to neutral. And on an exhale, continue turning to the left, chin parallel to the floor. Soft mouth, deep breathing. Noticing how we react to sensation. On your inhale, back to neutral. Release the hands, extend forward. We'll go the other side, right arm on top, interlace, and bring hands into heart. Shoulders down, collarbones wide. Again, feel the palms gently press, your fingers softly grip, and chin parallel to the floor. Maybe tipping right ear toward right shoulder, just until you feel a nice stretch along the left side of the neck, left shoulder moving away from ear. On an inhale, bring the head back up. And whenever it suits you, exhaling left ear to left shoulder. Right shoulder softly slipping away. Remember, this practice is an opportunity to explore what you need so that you can really Be connected and compassionate with yourself. And on an inhale, bring yourself back to center. Release the hands forward. Maybe you'd like to roll the wrists out a couple times each way. And whenever you feel you're ready, you'll make your way back forward, untucking the toes. Feel free to drum them on the top of the mat. Having blocks nearby today, you're welcome to use them for your down dog or whatever support you're using to bring the floor up to you. And then we'll prepare for our down dog. Wrist crease parallel to top edge of mat. Spread your fingertips wide. Step your feet back when you're ready and lift your hips to the sky. If it helps you elongate the spine a little bit more, bring the feet in, bend the knees. Do try to have your feet about hip width. And you're welcome to a little pedal or sway of the hips, or maybe you'd like to lift onto the balls of the feet. And let's create some engagement here to strengthen the upper body and protect. Rooting index finger and thumb again. You're going to turn your inner elbows forward, and you're going to feel the outer edges of your shoulder blades lift from the floor. Let your head dangle, yogis. Maybe shake a little yes. Maybe you do a gentle no. Letting all the tension from today just slip away. You might even like to yawn your mouth open, stick your tongue out, let go of the tension we tend to hold around the mouth. Relax your neck again, and when you're ready, make your way to neutral. On your next exhale, bend your knees a lot and sink your hips to your heels as you press your hands down to the floor and forward. Find a little more length through the spine. Soft neck, maybe wiggle your tail. Where's the breath? And on an inhale, press the legs as straight as feels good to you. Navel to spine. On your next exhale, please look to your hands and however suits you, make your way to a forward fold. Let's actually go into powerful pose. Feet are at least hip width and you're bending your knees a lot, sinking your hips. If it helps bring the floor up to you, creates the space that we're looking for, use your support systems. Feel the weight in your heels. Your glutes tighten, your navel to your spine. Shoulders down as you lengthen your heart and the back of your neck forward. We're going to go through a little massage on the back of the leg here. So on your next inhale, torso to thighs. Let the weight come into the balls of your feet. The whole foot is still down as you start to press your legs towards straight. Torso to thighs. Release the top of your head. And on an exhale, weight back into the heels. Sink the hips. Glutes strong, navel in, find that length through the spinal column. Inhale, torso to thighs, weight to balls of feet. Start to reach your thighs as far back as you can maintain the connection. Exhale, weight into the heels, sink the hips, navel to spine, length through the torso. One more here, yogis. Inhale, weight to the balls of the feet. Torso to thighs, start to straighten your legs as much as you can maintain connection. And on your exhale, weight in the heels, sink the hips. Glutes strong, navel to spine. We're going to do a little twist here. So please bring the right hand on block or whatever you're using below your heart. On your next inhale, your left arm is going to reach forward and you're going to start to spin open to the left, straightening your left leg. Right leg can stay bent. Push into the right hand, right foot, and use that rooting to slowly turn open a bit more to the left. Chin to throat. You can look towards your left shoulder if it feels okay in your neck. Keep the chin in. On your next exhale, bend the left knee as you release the left arm. Complete the circle. Taking left hand below heart. Preparing for second side. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. You're starting to straighten the right leg as you circle the heart open to the right. Bend the left knee. Feel the shoulders down. Root into left hand, foot. And use that rooting, chin to throat, to start to spiral open a bit more to the right. You can look to the right shoulder if it feels okay on the neck. Be mindful of over twisting in the neck. We want it to be kind, compassionate. And on your next exhale, complete the arm circle, release back, bend the right knee, hands back down to your prop. From here, preparing for standing. Glutes strong, navel in, push down and sweep up. As the arms lift, lift the heart and the chin. Maybe take a bit of a back bend, feeling the back ribs roll into the spine and lift. And on an inhale, you'll make your way back to neutral. The exhale, releasing hands to heart, palms to sides. Please take a cycle of breath here. How are you feeling? What are you noticing? Can you stay compassionate? And if you're even having difficulty with compassion today, can you have grace around that? Allow yourself to be a work in progress, yogis. Preparing for side bends. Rooting down through the 3 points in each foot. Big toe mount, pinky toe edge, and heel. Notice if you're locking out the knees at all, have a little bend there. Glutes strong, navel to spine. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And on your exhale, interlace everything but index fingers. Inhale to get nice and tall. Stay firm in the lower half as you go up and over to your left. We want to keep the breath nice and full in the right low body. So if it feels like you can't get a nice full breath, lift up and out of it. Rooting the right foot, extend through your fingertips. Feel your elbows hug. Chin coming into throat, helping to soothe the nervous system. Feel your ribs fanning open. On an inhale, you'll make your way back to center. Exhale. Inhale when you're ready, get nice and tall. Stay strong in the lower half. Exhaling up and over to the right. And again, be mindful of breath, nice and low in the left side body. Come out if you need to, get that full breath, stay compassionate. And then root the left foot and extend through your fingertips. Feel the elbows hug together. Soften your mouth, let your chin come down. And on an inhale, back to center. Preparing for powerful pose here. On your next exhale, release your hands and sink your hips. Weight in the heels. Again, feel the glutes strong, the navel in, and it's your choice, yogis. Biceps can stay toward ears, or you can lower arms parallel to the floor. Whatever feels right for you today. With navel in, your heart and the back of neck lifting to the sky. Just notice, if arms are parallel, can you soften the shoulders down? If your arms are up, can you really reach through your fingertips? And on your next exhale, yogis, continue to fold. Torso to thighs, weight into the balls of your feet. And then again, as much as you can maintain torso to thigh connection, reach your thighs back, release your neck. Maybe you take a long exhale here. We're going to prepare to come back into a lunge. So when you're ready, left foot back, and I would like you to have a block available here, just ahead of your right foot, or whatever support you're using. So we're pausing in our lunge here for a moment. Lengthen, widen as it feels good to you today. You're going to reach through the left heel. Again, feel the glutes firm, feel your navel in. Let your shoulders draw down and reach your sternum and the back of your neck long. You're trying to be this long line of energy from heel through crown. What are you feeling? Where's the sensation the strongest today? Are you compounding that sensation by staying tight in the usual places for holding? The shoulders, the throat, mouth, eyes? Are you compounding the situation by breathing shallow? But even softening the pose be the most compassionate thing for you. Again, this isn't a military drill. This is a choose your own adventure for compassion. And on your next exhale, yogis, warrior two. Left heel down. Make your way up when you're ready. If you need to lengthen or widen your stance for it to feel good, do. In your warrior two, you're going to feel your right knee reach towards your right pinky toe. Your left pinky toe is going to plug into the floor, and your left kneecap is going to lift up, feeling firmer. Glutes strong, navel in. Just notice, can you smooth your shoulders down? Could you widen your collarbones a bit more, feeling them hug together on the back body, the shoulder blades that is. And what's nice on your neck here? Looking over the right middle finger, let your chin come to throat. Or maybe you look to the left, straight ahead. Maybe it's one point in between. Deep breathing. Are you at your edge? Have you gone too far? Or could you go a little further? Just watch how you're reacting. Try to stay kind, curious, and compassionate. On your next exhale, reverse warrior. Left hand to thigh. Rotate the right palm and lift up and back. Please keep the bend in your right knee. Reach up and out of the right waistline. Try not to overarch in your neck here. Where's your breath? And on your next exhale, side angle. Right forearm to right thigh. Left arm straight up to the sky. If you have a prop close by and would like to give it a go, maybe you take your block or whatever you're using to the inside of the right leg. And everyone, you're connecting arm to leg, root, and use that rooting to lean back a little bit more in the left side body, chin to throat as you look toward the left shoulder, if that feels okay. Again, you can look a little more to the right if that's appropriate. Feel the glutes strong, your navel in. Where's your breath? How do you react as that right leg heats up, maybe even shakes a bit? Would it be beneficial to come out? You do you. I'm not judging you. Try not to judge yourself either. On your next inhale, yogis, we're thinking of reverse triangle. Pressing right leg straight, root the right big toe mound. Left hand to left thigh. Inhale, right arm straight up as you lift your kneecaps. Keeping the glutes engaged, the navel in. You can look toward the right thumb if that feels okay in the neck. Again, be mindful of overarching in the neck. And then we're going to prepare for a little baby triangle. I don't want you to overdo this, so think of back of right hand to inner right thigh or knee. On your next exhale, taking right hand to the inner leg, left arm straight up to the sky. Keep the kneecaps lifting, the glutes engaged, navel in. You're rooting the right back hand into the inner leg to lean back a little bit more in the left side body. Breath. We're not trying to overstretch the left side body, but we're looking for a little something. On your next inhale, yogis, warrior two. Track the right knee with second and third toe. And we're going to give a balancing pose a go today with our half moon. Left hand to left hip. Please find your prop, and you're going to make your way up to your right leg. Block is going to be directly below your right shoulder. The more space you can have between your right foot and the block, the prop, the more balance you're going to have. Keep your gaze steady when you get set up. You're going to feel your right big toe mound root, the pinky toe edge, the heel. Try not to lock out in the right knee, little micro bend there. Glutes strong, navel to spine. You are welcome to stay right here if this is where you're feeling the most compassionate. If you'd like to go a little further, flex the left foot. You can stay here, or you can start to lift the left leg toward parallel to the floor. Your rolling hip and heart is open to the left as feels right. Kind. Maybe, if you'd like, you'll extend the left arm. I want you to feel muscularly everything hug inward, but energetically I want you to reach out of your arms, out of your legs, out of the top of your head. Where's your breathing? What's the quality of your mind? Can you stay in that compassionate realm no matter what comes to you? Acknowledge what you're going through. Nice, you guys. And when you're ready, which might have been like 3 breaths ago, it's all okay. Make your way back, warrior 2. And then we're going to simply switch out. Arms come forward, pivot on the back toes, left foot forward, right foot back when you're ready. Come into your lunge. Lengthen and widen as it feels appropriate on this side. Again, reaching energy through the right heel. Tighten your glutes, feel your navel to your spine. Let your shoulders draw on your back as you keep the heart and the back of the neck nice and long, chin to throat. Again, imagine, feel yourself moving toward that long diagonal. Deep breathing, feeling the ribs expand outward on your inhale. Long exhales helping to release some of the sensation that you're noticing, that you're staying with. Even be compassionate around the mind's desire to find pleasantness elsewhere. And as many times as you need to, come back. Preparing for warrior 2. Right heel down, having a prop close by. You can make your way up to warrior 2 when you're ready. Lengthen, widen as feels good here. It's all good. Left knee pressing toward left pinky toe. Again, right pinky toe rooting into the mat, kneecap drawing up. You feel your firm foundation. Glutes strong, navel to spine. Let the shoulders slip down and widen your collarbones by hugging your shoulder blades together. What feels good on your neck here, yogis? Looking over left middle fingernail, or to the right, or maybe it's one point in between. Try to soften in the throat, relax your mouth. Even release your gaze. Reverse warrior on your next exhale, right hand to thigh. Keep the glutes strong as you inhale, left arm up. The bend staying in your left knee. There's a tendency to want to come out there. As you root your left big toe mound, reach through your left fingertips. Be mindful of the arch in your neck. Stay compassionate. Let the throat be soft. You're breathing deep. And on your next exhale, side angle. Left forearm to thigh, right arm straight up to sky. Or if it's in your practice today, use your prop and connect arm and leg this way. Wherever you are with arm and leg connected, use that as a rooting to help you roll your heart open a little bit more. Keep the glutes strong, the navel in. And if it feels okay on your neck, chin to throat, you can look toward the right. We're preparing for reverse triangle. Glutes strong, navel in. On the inhale, press the big toe mound as you start to lengthen the left leg. Right hand to thigh, left arm coming up. Feel the kneecaps lift, again engage the glutes, navel to spine. And as much as you root the left big toe mound, extend through the left fingertips. What are you feeling where? Can you be more kind in the neck? With your breath. All right, you guys, baby triangle. On your next exhale, glutes strong, navel in. Begin to tip, taking the back of the left hand to the inner left leg. Right arm straight up. You're trying to stack the shoulders here. Kneecaps lift, pressing back of left hand into inner leg. Use that to lean back a bit more to the right. Chin to throat. You can roll and look to the right if it feels okay. Where are you noticing this? Are you overdoing it? Could you go a little further? Stay curious. Give yourself what you need to balance. On an inhale, warrior 2, knee tracking with second and third toe. Preparing for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Right hand to right hip. Please find your prop. Coming up onto the left leg. Again, having maybe about a foot between left toes and the block. You're going to straighten your left leg, keeping that tiny little micro bend in the knee. When we lock the knee out, we actually cut off our grounding. Feeling the rooting in left foot through all 3 points. Gaze steady at one point. Strengthen your glutes, navel to spine. You're welcome to stay right here. If it's a compassionate action to flex the foot, you're welcome to it. And if it's even more compassionate to start lifting the right leg toward parallel, feel free. Hip and heart is rolling open to the right. Maybe extending right arm to the sky. If you feel yourself really rolling to the pinky toe edge, feel the big toe mound press down. Again, as much as you're muscularly hugging everything in towards center, can you energetically extend everything out through the limbs, through the top of your head? Where's your breath? Are you staying calm in the mind? Can you be compassionate around what's happening there? Again, we're using this as a way to stay with what we're feeling rather than avoidance, denial, numbing. When you're ready, yogis, bend the left knee, make your way back, warrior 2. And on your next exhale, everything forward. You're going to pivot on the back toes, and we're coming to the top of the mat for our forward fold today. All 10 toes point forward. You're going to have your props below your shoulders if you're using them, whatever level is appropriate. So again, let's start off with a little bend in the knees, your torso to your thighs. This helps protect the front of the spine. When you're ready, your weight goes into the balls of your feet, the whole foot staying down. You're just feeling that weight shift. And then you'll start to press the thighs toward the wall behind you. Feel your navel to your spine. Allow your neck to relax. You might even do a little shake of yes or no here, yogis. Deep breathing, long exhales. If you have blood pressure concerns, I would suggest looking at the floor rather than letting the top of the head dangle. Long exhales, let it go. Let's just stay for a couple more rounds as long as it's okay for you. Nice, you guys. Now on your next inhale, bend the knees, press the arms straight, and you're going to make your way back. We're going to go all the way to the floor. If you'd like to hold a plank, you are more than welcome to it. I won't stop you. And however you'd like to get down, just let it be a kind action. You might like to take knees to floor, or let your shoulders be down your back as you lower. We're coming into some cobra pose here for our back bending today. So let your feet go as wide as feels good around your sacrum, your low back, your wrists below your shoulders. Again, trying to keep fingertips wide, rooting an index finger and thumb. Feel the tops of your feet and your pelvis into the floor, your navel to your spine, and your chin to your throat. On your next inhale, the back ribs just below the shoulders. Feel them roll in toward the spine and reach forward. So we're letting this back bend originate from our torso, not from our arms. And once you feel that strength, pelvis, tops of feet into floor, then maybe root the hands a bit, draw the hands back, shoulders down as you reach your heart forward. And notice if you're trying to make this back bend bigger by overarching in the neck. Bring your chin down, you guys. Conserve that energy. Soft mouth, deep breathing. Let's just stay for a couple more rounds as long as that serves you. And on your exhale, release. You can stack your hands here, rest your forehead, or turn a cheek down. You're welcome to rock your hips. You might like to bend the knees and reverse windshield wiper the legs. It helps ease you. I'm going to offer one more of these. I want you to do whatever is going to help you stay connected with yourself in this caring way. Bringing feet down when you're ready, if you're ready. Wrists back below shoulders. Feel the tops of the feet, the pelvis into the floor, index finger and thumb. Chin to throat, navel to spine. And again, let's activate this from the mid-back. Feel just below the shoulder blades. Roll in toward your spinal column and reach forward. Tops of feet into the mat. Bring your chin down. And then again, draw the hands back, the shoulders from the ears as you feel your heart extend a little more forward. Deep breathing. Relax your throat, part your teeth, let your eyes drift closed if it's okay. Strengthening the whole back body. And whenever you're ready, it will be an exhale that releases you down. Stacking hands, resting forehead, or turning opposite cheek down. And again, however allows you to release in the back. And whenever you decide you'd like to shift into child's pose, please know that's available to you. And if you'd rather stay on your stomach, prone, feel free. If you're moving into your child's pose, bring the legs in, let your shoulders draw down, navel to spine, and then push up and back with care. Knees as wide as feels good, snuggling hips to heels. You can use a prop or a blanket below your forehead. Maybe you'd like to rest your elbows to the floor. Maybe you decide arms want to come back today. Take an opportunity to notice how you're feeling, anything that shifted for you since you first came to the mat today. And when you feel ready, yogis, you're going to make your way to a seat. We'll do a little stretching in the hips, even though we've already gotten our forward fold, or hamstring stretch in here. So we're going into our 90-90 today. Basically making a half pinwheel out of the legs. So you're letting your right knee align with the right hip socket, trying to have heel aligned with the knee, so you're making a 90-degree angle. Try to do this on both legs. I prefer having my feet flexed. I feel like it gets deeper into my outer right hip, but it's totally yogi's choice. Try to have your torso square back toward the top edge of the mat. Glutes strong, navel to spine, please. Remember this bit of a back bend that we try to keep throughout the forward fold. Shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen through the heart, the back of the neck. And on your exhale, navel to spine. If it feels appropriate, take a bit of a forward fold. Remember, we're inviting this forward fold. Each inhale, shoulders down, lengthen through the sternum, the back of the neck as your chin comes to the throat. A long exhale, navel to spine. Just notice where and if your body releases. Continue to stay with this breath, finding length on the inhale. On the exhale, finding depth, whether it's navel to spine, or maybe you're continuing to release forward. Remember, this long exhale is a compassionate action in two ways. It helps your body release a little bit more, and it keeps you anchored to the present moment. Not getting lost in the past or the future, but staying in this ever-present now. Notice if you can release in the mouth or the back of the neck. Just a couple more rounds here. Deep breathing, long exhales. And whenever you are ready, an inhale will gently lift you up and out of this pose. Taking your time, letting left leg come around, taking right leg back when you're ready. Setting up the same way on the second side, 90-degree angles in both legs. Flexing the feet if that's appropriate for you. Letting your torso square back toward the top edge of your mat. Glutes strong, shoulders down. Again, inhale, lengthen, sternum, back of neck. On your exhale, navel in as you maybe invite this forward fold, wherever is appropriate for you. Remember to keep the inhale long and length in the body, and the exhale, depth, navel to spine, and a full release breath. Our tendency is to forget that we are all bound in our humanity. We tend to get caught up in the ego, which is centered around this idea of separateness. But if there is anything that we all take part in, it is suffering. The tightness you are feeling in your outer left hip and low back is being shared, I would say, by the majority of those that are practicing with you at this moment, or that have practiced this pose at any time in their lives. So providing yourself compassion around this pose is also a way to begin sharing compassion with others around this pose. We can recognize that we all have this in common. And it is in this way that we begin to become more empathetic, more sensitive to the human condition, more kind to ourselves and each other. And on your next inhale, you'll gently make your way back up. Right leg coming forward when you are ready. So we're going to end today with a supported shoulder stand and then a final twist to realign the spine. And then we'll go into our shavasana. So if you're using firm blankets rolled up or folded up, what have you, have it close by. And then please make your way down to your back. We're preparing like we're coming into bridge. So you're letting your heels be below your knees, and then you can widen the feet from there. Finding your support. When you're ready, navel to spine, drive your knees down and lift your hips up. Find your sacrum and really support yourself there. And then I like to roll my shoulders under so I have a little bit more of a back bend, but you can do whatever feels appropriate. Maybe arms come low alongside the body to help you support here. Try to keep your neck in one position, looking straight up to the sky. Let your chin come down into your throat, long back of neck. And then whenever you feel ready, you could do one leg at a time, or you can take both legs up, trying to stack ankles over knees, knees over hips. You're letting the legs be soft in the stacking. Maybe allowing your eyes to drift closed. And maybe you come back to the opening breath work. You might even find that it's shifted. That you'd rather just do a balanced inhale and exhale. Or that it feels good to have a long exhale to help you release a little more. Maybe practice just letting the mind be quiet and still. And if you find at all that your toes start to tingle, feel free to wiggle them or to rotate the ankles. This pose is a wonderful way to bring our parasympathetic nervous system forward, our rest, digest, repair nervous system. It's a compassionate action as long as it feels okay in the body. Alternatives to this pose are legs up a wall, getting your back end nice and close to the wall, however you can. Or if you have hip concerns, a better option might be to be close to a couch or a chair and letting your calves sit in the seat of the chair with your back end close to the base of the couch or chair. Let's just take a few more rounds of breath here. And when you're ready, and you might like to stay longer, feel free. And exhale, we'll bend the knees, setting one foot and then the other back to the mat, or if you're up against a wall, shimmying out, however works. Feel yourself nice and stable here in the bridge pose. Drive the knees down to lift the hips up and remove your support when you're ready. Preparing for the final twist. Arms open to a T. You're welcome to keep your feet down, legs as wide as you'd like, or if it feels okay, you can bring your legs up into a 90-degree angle, feet softly flexed. We just want to keep the opposite shoulder grounded when we twist. Navel to spine. On an exhale, please lower with control both legs to the right. If you need to soften the flex in the hips and the bend in the knees to make the rooted shoulder happen, do. And then you can gently roll your head to the left, let your chin come toward your throat. Maybe lightly letting right hand sit on outer left thigh. And if you'd like a little more space across the heart with left palm to sky, maybe you drag your left arm up on more of a diagonal. Feeling your inhale deep into the left low back. Your exhale full, releasing you down. On your next inhale, yogis, arms back to a T, navel to spine, bring legs back up, however works for you, and come into your prep position. On your exhale, navel in as you begin to lower legs to the left. Again, keep the right shoulder anchored. Maybe left hand lightly to outer right thigh, chin to throat, rolling head to the right. And if you'd like, right palm up, dragging the right arm up on a diagonal. Breath deep into the right low back. Long exhale, soften you into this twist. And on your next exhale, yogis, arms back to a T, navel to spine, bringing knees up, head up, however you'd like. If you'd like knees into the chest when you're ready, you can hold the hamstrings or the shins. You could even roll up into a ball if that would please you, bringing forehead toward the knees. Maybe give yourself a little squeeze. If you'd rather go into a full body stretch, know that's available. And then whenever you feel you'd like, you'll make your way into your final resting pose. If it's uncomfortable being flat on your back, please know you can place pillows, bolster, or blanket underneath the knees. It might feel good to have a blanket across the hips if you've been agitated or really busy today. It might feel good to have a blanket below the head for a little more cushion. Wherever you are, allow the upper back to be smooth to the floor. The back of the neck nice and long as your chin draws down, again helping to soothe the nervous system. And you choose how wide you'd like to have the arms from the body, remembering that palms up allows your shoulders to relax a little more. Placing your legs as wide as feels good. Maybe you let your pinky toes get a little heavier to the mat. Eyes can drift closed if that feels okay. As you simply let a nourishing inhale and exhale come into and leave the body. Just allow the breath to breathe itself as you allow any mental tension to just drift away. To again open this bit of stillness in the mind, some quiet. Maybe you feel the skin around your skull release. Even feel your ears drop. You might feel the width of your brow become softer, as well as the muscles around, behind, and in between your eyes. Maybe you feel the eyes heavier in the socket, your eyelids weighted upon them. Release the wings of your nose, your cheeks, and the deep inner ear where your jaw connects. Feeling any lingering tension in the jaw begin to dissolve. Softening the root of your tongue. Noticing the space of your mouth. Releasing the back of your neck, the left, the right side, your throat. You feel the weight of your shoulders into the floor and how it opens the space of your heart. Letting your elbows, your wrists, and the backs of your hands become even more weighted toward your mat. Release each of your 10 fingers mindfully. Awareness coming back up to the top of your spine. Travel the length of the spine, and on your exhales, can you try to release any discomfort there? Can you be compassionate around what you're feeling there? Lightly touching your awareness on your belly, providing compassionate, caring thoughts for the space. Feeling your hips anchored into the floor. Maybe even your next exhale, it feels as if they are releasing down and spreading wider. Letting that release carry into the tops of the thighs and the bottoms of the thighs. A softening of the knees and the space behind them. Feel the weight of your calves into the mat. Your heels anchored down as you release the top of the foot, the bottom of the foot, and all 10 of your toes mindfully. With each exhale, can you feel your back body becoming heavier and wider toward the earth? And with each inhale, can you feel your front body become lighter and brighter toward the sun? Resting in this place that you have created. Just allow your mind to float, open and free. more than welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as pleases you. If you decide you are ready to come out, you might start with some gentle wiggling of fingers, toes. You might eventually like to move on to rotating wrists and ankles or rocking your head side to side. As you gradually let your movement become larger, should you choose, you might even decide a full body stretch would be a benefit. Arching your back as you lengthen, spreading fingers and toes wide. You can roll to either side where you're welcome to pause. And if you choose to come to a seat, allow strong arms to assist you. If you'd like, palms can come together whenever you're ready, thumbs resting at your heart. Taking this time to practice gratitude, for we cannot have joy without gratitude. Gratitude for each breath that enters the lungs, this life-giving force. Grateful for this body, your vehicle on this journey. And grateful for the opportunity to connect within and to provide compassion and care for ourselves, so that we might be able to provide this for others when we are able. Taking your own time here for whatever you are most grateful for. And as always, yogis, the love and the light in me recognizes and honors the love and the light in each of you. And when we are in this space, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Blessings to you all.